Okay, I am standing now next to a tree, obviously, but it's leading into the place where my first home in Montana was, which would be right down the road that way, about maybe half a mile or so. There used to be a little tar paper shack in there, and that's where I spent my first year and a half or so in Montana. I remember walking across the Milk River during the winter time at night with my mom and dad going to a Christmas program. And one of the things that I have painted in my series of home pictures is crossing that river at night. Okay, now I'm looking over Milk River and toward where my Aunt Lillian used to live. Her place was this one that you see in the distance here. I remember, like I said, walking across the river to go over there, but the river banks are much steeper here now than I recall them, so I don't know if the river is lower or if it's just worn the river that much down. You know, the bank's that much steeper. But this was my first home in Montana, and I rather had liked it. I was quite happy here. But being 3, 4 years old, 5, I mean, what did I know? Still, I probably would like it here. Okay?
Tell me about Aunt Lillian's place.
Oh, Aunt Lillian's place? What about it?
Who was Aunt Lillian?
Oh, Aunt Lillian was my dad's sister. And during the Depression, she and her husband had both homesteaded, and their homesteads abutted each other. I don't know if they had homesteaded separately or if they met because they were homesteading and then got married. I'm not certain how that worked out. But anyhow, she was a very adventurous type lady. She had a homestead in North Dakota at one time too. But this one, she had homesteaded on part of it at least. And during the Depression, there was no work at all for my dad in Wisconsin. So they wrote and suggested that he come out here and work for her, or with them, actually. So he came out here, and they constructed this old tar paper shack for us. This was on their land also. And Dad helped with the chores, helped with the milking and the watering, and they had cattle, naturally. And I don't remember whether they had any sheep or not. I don't recall any. I think it was just cattle. And then they had grain. They raised grain also, and he helped with that. And then in between times, he worked for various ranchers and farmers around, building buildings, barns, what have you, what the heck am I trying to say? Remodeling their houses and stuff, or whatever carpenter type of work was available. That was his forte.